Rants for Black and White Sports. Week 7 power rankings. I give my top 5 plus 1, essentially now. Okay? So, last week, we've had some things shift around. We've had some things change around in football, without a doubt. So, let's go number 5. Green Bay Packers. All right? I started to make this before the Monday night broadcast because I was like, are the Packers going to drop out if they lose? Will they stay in? I was sort of unsure about the Packers right now. I'm still unsure about the Packers. Their defense has played well. They couldn't stop a nosebleed in the first half of that game last night. Matthew Stafford was cutting them up. And then in the second half, they shut that shit down, which tells me that Green Bay, that Matt LaFleur, can make halftime adjustments. And that's a big deal because one of the best coaches in football with making halftime adjustments is Bill Belichick. If you can make halftime adjustments, it's a sign of being a good coach or going to be a good coach. So I've got the Packers at number 5. Okay, they're 5-1. The new number 4, Seattle Seahawks. Okay. Russell Wilson is single-handedly pulling the Seahawks along. Look, I thought the best bet of the week last week, I moonwalked in picking Cleveland to beat Seattle because I'm like, after having get blown out in San Fran, Cleveland's playing at home. Seattle's coming in as a West Coast team. Cleveland's going to come out and make a statement. Well, they made a statement, all right. They fucking suck. So that's the statement, right? Freddie Kitchens is a damn joke. The Seahawks came in there. They made a statement. Russell Wilson said, look, at some point, y'all got to recognize me as one of the best quarterbacks in all of football. Okay, and I'm talking high right now. Russell is going out there and single-handedly pulling that offense along. The defense is playing okay, little slightly above average, but that's about it. Look, I can't deny. You go into Cleveland, a bunch of people, betting-wise, people were putting money on Cleveland last week because of having gotten beat by the Niners so badly. Number 3, the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton and Kyle Shanahan right now are, in my opinion, the 2 coaches of the year. Teddy Bridgewater is proving right now he is a quality starting quarterback in football. We forgot about Teddy. Okay, we forget. There's a reason why Mike Zimmer still loves Teddy Bridgewater to this day. It's because Teddy takes care of the ball. Teddy is a poor man's Alex Smith, okay? He's running that offense. New Orleans roster, if you take a look at it, they got some quality talent on that New Orleans roster. My issue is they're not scoring a lot of points right now, so that is sort of concerning. That defense is a book. Cam Jordan, Lattimore on the back end, that defense for the Saints is top 3 or 4 or 5 in the league right now. You're not going to score much against the Saints. I can tell you that right now. Number 2, I have been objective as hell about my own team. I have left them out of the top 5. I can't anymore, okay? They are roaring in now. The 49ers. Number 2. Look, I'm a 49ers fan, and I have been objective as hell taking a step back. But you just went into L.A. and you bullied the hell out of the Rams. That defense, the Rams didn't have a chance. I watched that game. I was like, my God, the Niners have just smothered these guys. If the Rams were flames, the Niners was the blanket they just threw on the flames and poof, they're out. In LA, it was dominant. The Niners continue to run the ball. My biggest concern as a Niners fan is Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know what to think about Jimmy G. Look, he's piling up the yards and he can move the ball down the field, but his technique throwing the ball scares the hell out of me because he's still throwing the ball to the other team. And I'm scared that's going to bite us later on. Listen, this division it's going to be Seattle and San Francisco. And they're going to be fighting it out. And probably you watch later in the season, there's a big game on the schedule. Niners go into New Orleans. Drew Brees will be back. That will be the game that very well could be the number one seed in the playoff game. Okay. It's later in the season. Niners, we will fully know what the Niners and the Saints are by them. They'll either be in or they'll be out. Okay. I think it's like week 14, week 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there. The Niners play the Saints, and that's going to be a big game with Drew Brees possibly back. Jimmy G, if he is wanting to throw to a receiver at 11 o'clock, he's pointing his front foot at 8 o'clock. That's a problem because you lose power driving the ball. They have got to get that worked out with Jimmy G because as good as Jimmy looks, he makes some Mark Sanchez type throws, and it scares the bejesus out of me as a Niners fan. It does. It makes me think. NFC wildcard game, yikes. You throw it to the other team randomly 4 times. But the Niners are the bullies on the block right now. They're tough. This is far and away the best Niners team I've seen on screen since the year we went to the Super Bowl with Jim Harbaugh. Okay. And that was one of the best Niners teams I ever seen. I still can't believe the Ravens beat us that year. But one game, it is what it is. Number 1, reluctantly, the New England Patriots. Look, New England's offense is not looked good. It's not. I'm not trying to beat up on Tom Brady at all. I think I ended up, after Andrew Luck retired, I ended up moving Tom Brady into my first MVP selection. That offense is sorely missing a tight end, a dominant tight end. And you can see it. And Tom missed a wide open receiver last week. I can't tell you the last time I remember him missing a pass like that. I'm hesitant. I don't think Tom is dropping off, okay? I don't want anybody to get that twisted, New England Patriots fans. You know, all this Tom Brady hate that goes on. Look, he's the greatest of all time. This defense is the best in the league next to the 49ers. Sorry, Bears fans. I mean, right now, listen, it is what it is. I would say the Bears defense is probably third in the entire league. But hell, you can't do shit on offense. You just can't. So, number 1 would be New England. Let's recap real fast. Packers. Okay. Seattle. Saints. Niners. Patriots. And in that mix, for the 6th spot would be your Chiefs, Texans, and I know the Texans just beat them. Panthers, I think, could be undervalued right now. Right in that area. Okay. Colts, even. Okay. AFC is sort of rough right now. There's very good teams in the NFC. But the AFC does not look great. If anybody ever needed to trade for Jalen Ramsey, Eagles, Chiefs, where you at? Y'all need help. Y'all can't stop shit in the secondary. It's rough. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.